Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm sharing with you guys Valentine DIY. So let's get into the video. DIY, I'm using two of these heart styrofoam pieces from Dollar Tree, and I just grabbed a bunch of carnations. I think I used, I want to say, at least 10 bundles. I think this was one of the most expensive Dollar Tree crafts I have done, but they look so cute when they are finished. So I just popped them off and then pushed them in, and I didn't have any issues with the flowers popping out or anything, but you could always use like a little bit of hot glue at the ends of each of these if you did want them to stay longer. But I decided to do red and white carnations for these. I'm grabbing two of these wooden dowels. These are also from Dollar Tree, and I have these cute little planters, and these are from Dollar General. And I just put some foam in each of these, and then I'm going to be adding the skewers and just some boxwood greenery to cover up that foam. And I'm going to be making some really cute topiaries with these. I think they turned out so stinking cute. I always like to grab wood pieces, so grab some of these wood hearts if you can find them, and I'm just using some Arteza acrylic paint. This is just in a light pink color, and you could just use regular old apple barrel acrylic paint if you want. This just covered up pretty well, so I really like the Arteza paint. So once that was done, I decided to go in with a Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. They are still available this year as well, so I will link them in the description box below. But I love this little typewriter. I think it is absolutely adorable, and then when it is finished, it is even more cute than I thought it would possibly be. I'm just using the chalk paste in the color Velvet, which is just black, and then I decided to add some bows to this as well. So I just had a little burlap bow. This is from Burlap fabric, but I have found some really great ones off of Amazon, so if I can find some cool ones or some inexpensive ones, I will link those for you. And then I just grabbed a bunch of different kinds of ribbon and string, whatever I had on hand, to make another bow. So another one of these wood hearts. So here's another idea for you. You can just add some scrapbook paper. I think scrapbook paper is the easiest way to doll something up. So I just use my regular old glue sticks. This one is a Crazy Art glue stick, although I am partial to my Elmer's glue. So I'm just putting a ton of glue on this to add my scrapbook paper to the top. I found these little galvanized hearts. These are also from Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree has a whole like galvanized section specifically for galvanized items. It's really crazy. There's just a ton of different choices. I decided to use another Chalk Couture transfer. This one has XOXO. And if you don't have Chalk Couture, you're not interested, you can always use your Cricut. You could always use rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree or stickers, whatever you prefer. I just really love the way that Chalk Couture looks. So I'm going back in with that velvet chalk paste, peeling this off, and I always love the way it turns out. It is just so pretty. And this one I did not fuzz enough, so it was pretty sticky. And then that is all I did for these two. Grab one of these wood pieces from a Dollar Tree, and I'm going in with the Waverly chalk paint in white and painting this entire thing white. And then the last thing I do for this, and the only thing I do, is use a rub-on transfer from the Dollar Tree, put it over the entire top, and you have a really fun, really quick DIY for Valentine's Day. DIY is these faux books, and this was Valentine's Day already, but I decided to make this just a little more my style, so I decided to paint them with the Waverly chalk paint in white, of course. I know there's a lot of white, but trust me, with Valentine's Day, there is always more than white. I really like using pinks and reds and darker pinks and light pinks and all kinds of pinks. But I decided to grab some Scrapbook paper. This is from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to be adding it to the top of these books with a glue stick. Baker's twine from Dollar Tree as well, along with the chalkboard tags, and that berry garland is also from Dollar Tree. So I just kind of wrapped a bunch of things around this just to make it look more fun, and even though I did use black and white Scrapbook paper, you can still make this fun. So I did 2 different colors of that baker's twine, wrapped it, tied it in a bow, added some garland, cut it down, and then just kind of pushed in a little piece of that chalkboard tag to the center, and then just tied it with a bow, and it turned out so cute. And then I just had these stickers from Dollar Tree, so I decided to put Love You More on these, and that is all I did for this one. Do not blink for this DIY. I'm using this love sign ripped off that wreath, and I'm adding that other galvanized heart. I had a pack of 2, so I thought why not use the other one as well. So I just glued that. You could leave this as is. I thought this was really, really cute, but I had these little felt hearts, so I decided to add one to the center, and there you have it, a really cute sign for Valentine's Day. Using these treat bags. These are a burlap from a Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to be using some wood pieces from Dollar Tree as well. They have some hearts in here, so I grabbed those out. And I just saw this Valentine tic-tac-toe bag on the Cricut design space, so I decided just to use that. I think this is so cute, and it is so easy to make, and it is a little fun game you could take with you. It doesn't even have to be Valentine's Day. I decided to use some iron-on transfer, so I did iron this on to my burlap bags to make sure that it would stay. But this is such a fun idea. It's also a really great gift. I did gift these to my girls for Valentine's Day last year, and they loved them. And it's really cool because they are bags, so you can stick your little wood pieces right in the bags, and it doesn't get lost. So I thought that was super cool, and these just turned out absolutely adorable. I'll be using this wooden mason jar from Dollar Tree, so it does take some muscle to pull those flowers off, and then I decided to sand this down, and I'm just using the Waverly chalk paint in white to paint this entire thing. So I had some of those chalkboard tags left over, so I decided to use another one of those and some baker's twine. I just decided to wrap that around the top, and then I also had some really cute garland I decided to wrap around there as well. I love that beaded like pearl garland. And then just to cover that hole in the chalkboard, I decided to make a bow with some twine. Why I'm using this wood hanging piece. That's what it's called, but that's not, it's just a wood heart. I'm just deciding to paint it. I'm using the Crimson Waverly chalk paint, and I'm just painting the fronts, the sides, the backs, and then I decided to use a sticker from Dollar Tree. These ones say love on them. I thought this one was really cute, so I just added this one to the center, and I didn't realize it was in 2 pieces, so it did not break. It just came in 2 pieces. Using some wood beads off of Amazon, and then I'm just dry brushing around the edges and all over just to make this a little more distressed. So if you do mess up, just use your finger and wipe it like I did. Another simple one is this chalkboard from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using this silkscreen transfer from Chalkboard. It says February 14th. I think this one is really cute. I made something similar to this, I think the previous year, and I just used my Cricut machine, but I love this. I'm using the color Candy Apple in the chalk paste, and also that's all I did for this one, and I think this is really pretty. It's simple, but so pretty. Using this galvanized heart. I like this because it is a 3D piece and you can stick things inside. So I decided to use these foam hearts from Dollar Tree, and I think these came in a floral piece, and then I just ripped all the hearts off because I was not going to be using those, and I'm just gluing them all down using some hot glue. And then just to cover in between, I just used some boxwood greenery and then just some little white berry or baby's breath pieces just to kind of spice this up and make it look just a little more, well, it is a 3D heart, so we'll make it 3D. But I think this is super cute, and it is so easy to cover up those holes in between the hearts. These metal buckets in the birthday party wedding section, and I'm using some felt stickers from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just putting them on the fronts of these, and that is it. This one was really simple, and you can just add any sort of florals or greeneries to these, and I ended up adding these into my tier tray. I'm using some wood letters. These are from Dollar Tree, but I did find some really great ones from Michael's as well. So if you can't find them at Dollar Tree, they're a little more pricey at Michael's, but you do get more letters. So I think it is a great deal. I'm using the crimson in the Waverly chalk paint, painting this little wooden box. I think this is like a pencil holder. This is from Dollar Tree as well. And then once that was done, I just glued the LO and the VE to the little box and threw some greenery in it. I'm also painting the wooden letters, but you don't really have to. I really like the natural wood color. I think it is really pretty. So this is totally optional. You could paint this whatever color your little heart desires. I'm going to be using this sign. This is from Dollar Tree, and I just took that galvanized heart right off of the center, and then I decided to go in with, of course, we're going to be using a Chalkboard silkscreen transfer. I'm using that same one, the February 14th. You can use this for so many different things. You can use it over and over again, and that's what I really like about them, is that you can make multiple DIYs with the same transfer. Grabbed a ton of different ribbon and garland and just made a huge messy bow to add to the top of this. I'm also going to be using another one of these wood heart signs along with this heart sign. I think this was from a couple years ago, and I'm just going to be flipping it over and gluing it to the center. I'm going to be making 3 different hearts because we're going to be making a fun little topiary with all of these wooden hearts. I did just end up reusing that bow that this sign came with. I think it's a really cute bow, so I decided just to go along with it, and I did end up adding another burlap bow to that as well. So another one of these heart signs, this galvanized piece that it already came with, and then I'm going to be making some more fun little ribbons just with a bunch of different, I'm making bows with ribbon with bows with ribbons. I'm just making a fun little bow for the top of this with different kinds of garlands and ribbons once again. Finish this one off, I'm just using another silkscreen transfer from Chalkboard, and then I'm using that color candy apple with the chalk paste. This long wooden dowel, and this is from Walmart. I think it's under $2 a piece for these long wooden dowels, and I'm just gluing the 3 hearts together, like I said, to make a topiary. I'm using a galvanized bucket. I think I picked it up either at a yard sale or Dollar Tree. Using this Here Comes the Bride sign. This was from a yard sale, and if you can't find one of these at a yard sale, you could definitely just pick another heart sign up from Dollar Tree. This one was a little bit thicker, and then I decided to grab a ton of different florals from Dollar Tree, or a ton of bunches of them. I decided to use the roses for this, and then the baby's breath in the center, and I needed a ton of these. I think I had to use probably 10 bundles, so if you can find larger ones from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or even maybe Walmart, it's probably cheaper to do it that way because I spent over $10 on this piece right here. But it was still really easy to put together, just a ton of hot glue. One was a really tedious DIY. I decided to use these foam hearts. Of course, glitter went everywhere, but I decided to grab some yarn from Dollar Tree and wrap these with yarn. So when you're going to be using yarn, it takes forever. So this is the start of it, and these took a couple hours to do, but if you're just watching a movie or something like that, it really doesn't seem like it takes that long. But once they're finished, I just had these little buckets. These are from Dollar General, and I love picking these up on clearance after the summer. I think it's a really great deal to just grab them then, using wooden dowels to make more little yarn topiaries for this, using some garland from Dollar Tree, wrapping it around, and that is what I did for this. Grab 3 mason jars and some pink acrylic paint. So I decided to mix it with a little bit of water because it is a pretty thick paint when you're using Arteza's paint. So if you have some just regular old acrylic paint, just use that instead, or even use some chalk paint, whatever works for you. But I just had this pink on hand, so I'm just painting both or all 3 of the mason jars this color. Once it was dry, I did end up dry brushing a little bit because I wanted them to look a little rustic and fit my decor just a little bit better. And you can use any type of brown paint that you choose. I think this is just an acrylic brown paint. And then once that was done, I just added some greenery to this, and you have a super cute Valentine centerpiece. Heart sign is from Dollar General. I'm using some scrapbook paper and a sign from Dollar Tree, and I'm just pulling out that sign, adding the scrapbook paper to the backing, and then just gluing that sign right to the top. So I did have to sand down some of that sign that was kind of taking over the top of the sign, but no biggie. Using a glue stick for the scrapbook paper, some hot glue for the heart. That is it for this one.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay.
That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.